How many of you have read or even heard of this book? You Can't Go Home Again by Thomas Wolfe, published by Harper and Row in 1940. If you don't know the book, that's fine. The plot of the book is that a writer writes about his home, his friends and family, and upon returning home, everything's the same, but then everything is absolutely different. Now imagine that you're going through war and returning home. Everything is different, but exactly the same. This is how it feels when veterans return home, especially veterans such as this soldier here. You'll go through some obvious physical limitations, but major mental ones as well. How do I know? I've been through it. I've returned from war several times, and I've been changed by each and every time. And it gets increasingly difficult to talk about, and to some veterans, it becomes harder to come home. Does that sound like someone you know? Maybe they're related to you, or you've seen them depicted on TV, movies, or maybe you've ran into them in your everyday lives. Today I'll be discussing the problem of physical and especially mental health care to veterans, and how nonprofit organizations such as Endeavors is helping combat the increasing number of homeless vets, and in the worst case scenario, suicides. With organizations like this one, we can help veterans return to normalcy, help them get jobs, and help them know that they are not alone. Now, one of the main problems for veterans and their family members is that they feel their resources are limited, in which they are. Veterans don't understand the resources available. For example, in an article published by Channel 3 News in January 2020, there were 854 people, homeless people in Nueces County. 61 of them were minors, and 64 of them were veterans. Another example of resources not being available is that the VA clinic is constantly overwhelmed. In an article published by Caller.com on February 24th of 2020, a new VA clinic is being built. The reason for that is to help accommodate the rising number of veterans seeking aid. This could affect you because the continuation of veterans not getting proper help could lead to regular hospitals becoming more overcrowded, family members and friends getting the aid that they need. Now that we talked about the problem, let's move on to how Endeavors is a solution. Veterans and physical and mental health can be solved by Endeavors. How? By communication, by us getting the word out. For example, I'm a veteran myself, and I did not know about this organization until the research for this speech. We can also help by teamwork, such as support groups within the community. People that are going through similar things as you are. Some may think, well, this might not work. We have Wounded Warriors and it hasn't worked. We have other VFWs, bless you, and organizations, it does not work. But Endeavors is different. They're different because it does not only work by focusing on veterans, but their family members as well, and people suffering from poverty, unemployment, disabilities, and mental illness. Now, I want you to visualize, without the support of organizations like Endeavors, you may see a significant rise in homelessness, unemployment, and the increase of possible suicides. With the support of organizations like Endeavors, we can combat poverty, the potential suicides, and families being torn apart. Today I've discussed the problem with physical and especially mental health care for veterans, and how nonprofit organizations such as Endeavors is helping with the problem. What needs to happen? is at the very minimum, we need to get the word out. Let people know that they are not alone and they can seek help from non-profit organizations. Donate your time or money if you feel. Volunteer, talk to somebody. Or every dime donated to an organization helps. And the last thing is hold everyone accountable. The veteran going through things, the family members, the doctors that are supposed to be helping, and the organization itself. Hold everyone accountable. Now, if you would like to get involved with endeavors and the work that they do, they can be reached at their physical address at 6363 De Zavala Road, San Antonio, Texas, 78249. Or you can call with area code 210-431-6466. Or your best bet is to email them at info@endeavors.org. The same way that many cells come together to form something greater, we too as individuals can come together to make our community better, to ensure that veterans and their families have the resources that they need.